So currently we've got the first image as part of this section, but how do we do this text that goes along with it? Well, at the moment, what we have to think about is this isn't a separate area. It's actually one big column, these two things together. We want to group these two things together. How do we go about grouping these two things together? So in our HTML, we've got our content section in. It's a big list of tags. Which ones should we use? Oh, we can kind of look through all of this. Now, the ones that when we kind of run out of things to pick, we use a div tag. A div is just kind of the most generic content container. Divider is short for, or division is another way that people think of it. So we just want to divide up or group our content using a div tag. So what I'm going to add into my project is a div tag. So I'm going to go back into my index.html, and after I've got my image, but still within my text area, I'm going to do a div tag. And my div tag opens up automatically and it's ready for some more content. What content do I want inside of this? If you remember from what we had in our Figma file, we had two different things in here. We had a heading level 2, heading number 2, and then just general body text. So the general body text has been set up. We don't have anything for this. How do we do this? Well, again, as part of this, we also have things like a H2 tag. We've got a H1 tag, it's our heading. H2 is the next one that we can use, next level down. So in here, in our div tag, what we're going to say is H2, and the H2, what text is going to be in here? Lost and found. So I'm going to take this and paste it in here. Now, I just like to kind of tidy this up because it is quite short text. I'm just going to remove some of this spacing. And in this div tag still, because we're still grouping this within the whole of the project, we're going to add a P tag. P tag, paragraph tag, we used it earlier. And again, we're just going to use this content. This is just fake content. We're going to let Aria put this in a little bit later. So again, I'm just going to paste this text in. So what we'll see now, if we look back at the project, is something like this. It's trying to fit itself in this one column all the way down the page. Not really what we want. How do we make this div span across? Well, it's the same as what we did with our image, same kind of idea. So here we want this div to be 4 columns. In our style.css, what do we want to do? Underneath here, we're going to say the section with the class or the label of project has a div inside of it, and we're going to style this up. In our div, in our grid column, we want to start this at number 9 and span 4. So again, let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that looks correct to me. So let's see how that looks. So there we go. It's in the right place. Now we just need to style up our H2. Our H2 tag is just a generic tag, so I'm going to style this up generically rather than just in this kind of area. So because this is a more generic tag, I'm going to actually do it with the H1, which is further up at the page. So just like before, we've got a H1, now footer. Our H2 though looks a little bit different. The font family is Josephine Sans. And the font size is a little bit smaller. How small? Let's go and check. So let's select that, and let's see in our text styles, this one is 24, line height is 1.3. Let's add that in. So 24, and the font weight is just the regular one, 400, and the line height is a little bit bigger than the one above, 1.3. So this is more of a generic style. We can use H2s in any part of the project now. So what we'll have here is lost and found. That's kind of a thinner version of this. Maybe we want to add some space between this. If you want to add some space, we add some margin. So I'm going to add just a quick bit of margin in my H2. Every H2 will have a margin, 0 on top, 0 on the right, little bit on the bottom, maybe 16, and 0 on the left. So let's see how this looks. Lovely, that looks pretty good. So what I'm just going to do before the next video is add the content into each of these sections in exactly the same way. All I'm going to do is just quickly add in a div tag and then add a H2 and a P tag. Notice how it's always in this section. These sections kind of line up. So there's always going to be this section, this div, and then this P. So there's always going to be 3 boxes, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we're just making sure that this all aligns up. So once you've done that, once you've added this text in, we'll talk about one more thing as part of all of these projects.